much.
Yeah, KD just looked like he was too much the whole series. So I mean, it is what it is. He like, hey, I don't want to say it, but he died on the cross, and he had some blonde hair with that thing, man. For real, he was gone.
We're not gonna go too much into it because we got
a whole script. Yeah, we got a whole script.
So we're gonna start off with the NFL season preview. This is like before the game last night, which was a shocker, but we're gonna get to it. But as overall, as far as the NFL season preview is concerned, we gotta start off with apparently the number one team in the league, the New England Patriots. We're gonna get to that. But as far as before last night's game, Patriots made basically probably one of the best offseason moves as a whole as the former NBA and NFL champions in history. They picked up Brandon Cooks. They got Gilmore.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore from Buffalo.
So they made a lot of changes to that Super Bowl team
that you thought would definitely improve them in the immediate future. I'm talking about like right now. Before the season, they were projected to go, let's say, undefeated. Exactly. And as we all know, well, that's down the drain already. I don't know, man. Patriots, I mean, it's the first game of the season. It's a long season. I seen a picture on Twitter where they said during the Tom Brady era, they've only lost like 3 season openers.
Yeah, when I saw that last night, I thought that was pretty rare. Like,
yeah,
especially to be at home opener.
But the thing is, when they lose those home openers, they win Super Bowls. So we will see.
That is true.
We will see. Men lie, women lie, but the numbers never do. We already know that, Jay Booker. We already know that.
All right, before we get back to the NFL preview, I just want to say that there was breaking news right before the show.
Oh, yeah.
And Eric Berry has a ruptured Achilles tendon.
Out for the season,
out
man.
For the year. You got to feel for him because
he beat cancer. Yeah. He came back. He had a pretty solid season. He had a really great game last night as well.
He was locking down.
Gronk. Hey, 2 catches for 33 yards. What?
Did you actually see the play where he got hurt? Because I didn't.
Yeah. So basically, Gronk was running a route and he was doing like this out route, and so when he did the out portion of the route, what happened was Eric Berry followed him, but he just went down. It was really non-contact. It was no contact involved at all. And Eric Berry just went down, and a lot of people knew already. Like when it's a non-contact injury and you fall down grabbing your knee, it's apparent. It's probably ACL, Achilles tendon, somewhere around there. It's not gonna be good. So
that's what I was about to say. Most oftentimes, non-contact injuries can be worse than contact injuries because
really though.
If you fall down and you don't have contact, you pretty much know something's gonna be torn.
Exactly.
So yeah, my condolences go out to Eric Berry.
Indeed.
Get well soon. But back to the NFL preview. Trey, do you have any other teams that you feel like could be nice this year?
Somebody that's a threat at all times. May not get the respect that we do deserve. The Dallas Cowboys. Can I get a woo woo? Come on now. It's Dallas Cowboys. We returning back from Aaron Rodgers putting it on us. But you know what? Coming back, we fresh. Zeke playing week 1. Dak Prescott has another year of experience.
And got a year of film.
Indeed.
That's what I'm saying. Defensive coordinators got a year of film on Dak.
And Dak got a year of film on them. If you think the Cowboys aren't going to finish number 1 in the East, I feel sorry for you.
Speaking of the NFC East, I have a team that's gonna be on the rise this year.
A joke.
We picked up. Talk about off-season moves.
Yo, why do you
talk about off-season moves? We got the Patriots who did pretty good in the AFC.
Whoa, please,
as far as off-season moves. Then a pretty good team that did off-season moves in the NFC was my very own Philadelphia Eagles. Can we touch on it?
You can touch on it. Go ahead.
We picked up Alshon Jeffrey.
Okay, that's a good pickup
from the Chicago Bears.
That's a good pickup.
Pretty solid couple years in Chicago. Then we got Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith don't count, man. He hasn't done anything since he was in Baltimore.
Look.
And before he got to y'all, he was in San Francisco, and he didn't do nothing.
San Francisco has had down if you go to San Francisco at this point.
Hey, San Francisco, whoa, because I know you about to jump off the ledge. You know, so I'm going to catch you. Because you my co-host, I'm going to catch you. San Francisco has been to a Super Bowl more recently than your Philadelphia Eagles. But what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Because I'm curious. But are you going to jump off the ledge, or are you going to stay on there?
I'm going to go ahead and jump off that thing, because Torrey Smith is going to revitalize his career when he plays Week 1 in D.C. Not D.C., you know, Maryland. Versus the Skins with the sorry defensive backs that they have. Torrey Smith.
Whoa! Did you stretch before you reach? Don't do it, young brother. Don't do it.
Because we're not even gonna talk about the top corner for the Redskins, because he's not shutting anybody down in NFC East unless we talking about Dez Bryant. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Torrey Smith. He's gonna have a great year, and then we get to the backfield. It's always nice to pick up champions, and that's what LeGarrette Blount is. We had, besides Darren Sproles catching screens out the backfield, we didn't really have any running back production last year. And that's why I feel like Philly is going to win the East this season.
That was cute. I think one division to watch out in the NFC is the NFC South. I think Tampa Bay, Carolina, and what's the other team?
Falcons.
Atlanta, yeah. I think those three teams are definitely going to be fun to watch. As a whole, including the Saints, they are all going to be very explosive offenses. And I don't know. It's going to be a race. I think 2 wild cards are going to come out of that division, honestly. But I do think the Bucs are going to take number 1 in the South.
Oh.
Yes. Jameis Winston, Deshaun Jackson, Mike Evans, Doug Martin. Oh, my God.
If you really think about all the offenses in the NFC East, they are loaded as far as known talent. And then you always got to account for the unknown talent that's going to blossom during the season.
Yeah.
But Carolina picked up
Christian McCaffrey and Curtis Samuel to help as a running back receiver kind of, matchup problem for defenses. But Carolina got to bounce back too, though, because last season was horrible.
But the thing is, I feel like Carolina is the weakest.
They are.
As far as on paper in that division.
Cam Newton got a lot of work to do.
Yes.
Hey, he don't need to go to Superman no more, because that kryptonite coming. I'm telling you. It's going to be bad.
So, speaking of this division, do you think Atlanta can have the same success as they did last year?
My problem is a lot of people are really skipping over the fact that they lost their offensive coordinator. And as much as Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman can do, they can do a lot. Don't get me wrong. Those are some talented guys, but
yes.
You lost your wizard. You lost. And I just want to see how it's going to turn out this year. I don't think they're going to be an explosive offense, but it's not going to be as good as it was last year. It's not. It's going to drop off a tad bit. You can try, but it's not going to be as good.
So Atlanta opened up a brand new stadium this year, and Trey, you say you picked Tampa Bay to win the division, which means they're going to have to get through Atlanta at least one game. One game off Atlanta.
They can. You want to know why Tampa Bay can win the division?
Yes, I want to give me the X factor of why Tampa Bay will win.
Because Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan, okay? And what kills me is a lot of people like to call him Matty Ice. I don't get it. Now, for a quick second, I almost believed it. When he did what he did to Green Bay, I almost fell into the trap.
You did.
But then when he lost the way that he lost in the Super Bowl to New England, it's Matty Ice. What occurred in the Super Bowl happened the entire season and seasons before. What they always do is
that is true.
They never finish games. It's proven. It's proven. We've seen Atlanta lose numerous games in the fourth quarter after having a lead. That's why, they not my favorite. They not. Not out the South. I'm sorry.
And I tried to hop on the Matty Ice bandwagon.
Yeah, I know.
His nickname. I thought it was going
Nah.
come to life
Matty
this
Ice.
year.
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
But to blow, we're not even gonna go back to that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Gonna go back to that. But
any other teams you looking out for this year?
all right, so we talked a lot about the NFC. Do you think anybody can knock off the Patriots in the playoffs? You know, they had that blunder. We're gonna get to it. But do you see anybody beating New England in the playoffs? Because that's when it ultimately counts.
I'm going with the same two teams I told last year to knock them off, which is Oakland and Pittsburgh. Oakland has a greater chance. Pittsburgh, if they can be consistent, along with the addition of Joe Hayden and Le'Veon Bell and everybody, doing what they're supposed to do, they got a really good shot to knock New England off. They got a really good shot. Oakland, if Derek Carr can stay healthy, that offense is going to be top 5. Easy.
And we can't forget who Oakland picked up this offseason.
Beast mode. Now he got something to prove though, because you can't just take a year off and think you got to be Pro Bowl like that. I'm sorry. To all Beast Mode fans out there, I do understand he be trucking people and good. Look, that's cute. That was a year ago when he was in Seattle. He did a little something in the preseason, but he has a lot to prove.
Definitely does. And for Seattle to, release him in this offseason instead of, bringing him back to Seattle could be a sign. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Marshawn Lynch is, you know how running backs are. When you get to 30 years old, nobody wants you anymore. But, I personally hope, being a Marshawn Lynch fan, that he has a just a productive year. He doesn't have to be 1,500-yard rusher anymore with that explosive passing game.
He doesn't. They just need him to turn those 2-yard runs into 4-yard runs, and we good. Pick up a couple first downs here and there, and we good.
So we gonna get back to the NFL, but for right now, we're gonna move on to this. Happened about a week or two ago. I'm not even really sure if it's finalized yet.
Oh, it is. They finalized it a couple of days ago.
We have 2 top point guards in the Eastern Conference trade. Eastern Conference rivals at that. Isaiah Thomas from Boston and Kyrie Irving from the Cleveland Cavaliers. So first off, before we actually talk about, the trade itself, we got to talk about Kyrie and his relationship with LeBron that led up to this. What do you think, after the finals, made them, fall off?
Well, this is what happens, right? I think LeBron is a victim of his own greatness. And when I say that, what I mean is LeBron James is so great that when his teams win championships, it's always LeBron James.
Exactly.
But when they lose, it's everybody else. It's always everybody else. Any LeBron James-led teams, except for those first years, his first stint with Cleveland, any team that LeBron James has been with, no matter how long, what's going to happen is those teams will always end up never being enough. Always. When he first joined Miami, oh my God, they're a super team. After when they started losing those finals, D-Wade and Chris Bosh is not enough.
Not good enough. He needs more pieces.
When they lost to Golden State the first time, okay, everybody hurt. They win, oh my God, LeBron James. They lose again, they don't have enough. And then it's to the point where it's just all right, if I'm Kyrie Irving, look, I'm a great percentage of why we won that final series against Golden State. So if you don't want to give me no credit, cool. LeBron don't want to come out and, show some love, cool. But you know what? I'm going to go do it somewhere else. And if you ask me who won the trade, I don't think nobody really lost I don't think nobody lost the trade. I don't think so. Who do you think won or lost?
I feel like Cleveland lost the trade in a way because IT is only productive as a ball handler. I feel Kyrie can play off the ball. in my personal belief, Kyrie would be a better 2 guard than a 1 guard. But Isaiah Thomas, being his size and stature, is going to have trouble, playing off LeBron. Because, LeBron loves to bring the ball up the court, be the point forward on the team. Kyrie can be the 2 guard in that situation, but IT can't fill Kyrie's void. So I feel like Boston, even though Boston lost Jay Crowder, I feel like was a good piece. As far as a better point guard for the situation, as far as the trade went down, Boston needed Kyrie more than Cleveland needed IT.
True. The reason why I say neither team lost the trade is because Kyrie Irving is only 25 years old. He has 2 years left on his contract, and he is ready to go. If he can stay healthy, he's going to give buckets. Along with Gordon Hayward, they can play some solid defense. Brad Stevens at the head coach. My main concern with Boston is the lack of a big man. I think they need a shot blocking big. If they can get their hands on somebody like Anthony Davis or DeAndre Jordan or Hassan Whiteside, I think that would be perfect. But the lack of size is going to get Boston eventually. With Cleveland, I think Cleveland really came out good on this trade for the simple fact is the uncertainty that surrounds LeBron James. Now, if LeBron James leaves this season, you have Isaiah Thomas that you can re-sign or you can let walk. But you also have Jay Crowder. You got that Brooklyn Nets pick. I mean, that number 1 pick could potentially be a superstar.
That is true, especially coming from Brooklyn.
And people don't talk about the fact that Brooklyn Nets pick can be paired with Cleveland's first-round pick next year and could potentially turn into a trade piece for somebody even greater. So you think about Isaiah Thomas, LeBron James, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson.
This is, like I said, I feel like, Kyrie had a better end of this deal. But, however, the fact that Kyrie stayed in the East, I don't care for the next 4 years. As long as LeBron stays in the Eastern Conference for at least the next 4 years, LeBron James' team will always be in the finals. I don't see Kyrie. I mean, Kyrie.
I don't know. Kyrie gonna push. Kyrie gonna push him. I think it's so good that he stayed in the East because they're gonna have to play each other at least 4 times a year, and for the next couple of years, they're meeting in the Eastern Conference Final. They're meeting. It's happening.
All right, so I know Kyrie has grown since LeBron has arrived, but we can't forget about how the Cavs were before LeBron came back. When Kyrie was still the starting point guard for the squad.
True, they never made the playoffs.
Never made the playoffs.
But I
had at least 2 number 1 picks with
that Anthony Bennett though.
Anthony Bennett.
Come on, he don't count. He don't count. He was trash. He was Garbo. Foul 13. We don't count him.
Anthony Bennett. Yeah, we don't count him, but still, it's the fact that Cleveland had the number 1 pick with Kyrie as the point guard. I don't really see that much difference from Kyrie pre-LeBron and Kyrie post-LeBron. He's still gonna get buckets. He's not gonna pass the ball. He'll be a 23 a game and 3 assists.
23. I'm letting you know right now. Kyrie Irving is the NBA 2017-2018 scoring champion. You want to know why I say this? Because who did he just replace? Isaiah Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas averaged nearly, 30 points? Yeah. Who else does Boston have? And please, I'm begging you, do not say Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward is okay. What happens is Gordon Hayward, he fell into the market where players are severely getting overpaid. He's good, but he's not worth the money that he received. And that's just straight up. Straight up. You average 18 points now, you a max player.
But here's the thing.
Straight up.
Gordon Hayward went to his former college coach, Brad Stevens. I feel like Brad Stevens is going to play through Gordon Hayward as far as – because Brad Stevens is a great play caller.
Okay.
And I feel like, Gordon Hayward had a couple options. He didn't have to go to Boston, but I feel like with that relationship with the head coach is what won Boston in that regard. But I feel like Kyrie's still going to be second fiddle
to Gordon Hayward.
To Gordon Hayward. I feel like,
Jalen, what happened to you over the summer, bro?
Gordon,
what happened to you? Because I'm curious. What happened to you? I'm done. What happened?
Gordon Hayward, he wants to be a star. He wants to be a number one option.
Look, he had that chance in Utah, and he barely could do it in Utah. He's not doing it with Kyrie Irving on the team. He's not doing it. You are crazy. You are officially Jalen Bayless. Jalen Bayless for the rest of the season. You're Jalen Bayless.
Oh, my God. Hey.
Gordon Hayward? Who's taking the last shot?
Gordon Hayward? That's different.
Okay.
Because usually at that point, it's whoever wants it. Because you would assume, based off the numbers, that LeBron would take the last shot in most cases. But even LeBron didn't take the last shot in Cleveland.
Kyrie's a better shooter than LeBron.
But LeBron's the better.
Kyrie's.
When you get down,
look.
I gotta say this. When you get down to the end of the game, the best player shoots the ball. I don't care if you the 3-point specialist or the isolation scorer. At the end of the game, your best player is taking a shot.
Hey, I would like to tell you that is a lie. When LeBron James was in Miami, they had a Game 6 against, it was the Spurs. They had a Game 6 against the Spurs. And, the play fell apart, but who made the shot to send it to Game 7?
But
who made the shot?
The play wasn't.
Who made the shot?
Look,
Answer the question.
It
was Walter Ray Allen. And Walter Ray Allen ain't been the best player on the team in how long?
That was one of the saddest moments in NBA history when Ray Allen made that shot.
But was Ray Allen the best player on the team?
He had to take the shot.
Was he the best player on the team? You just said the best player. You just said the best player on the team always take the last shot.
And who took the shot that missed? LeBron James.
Who made the shot?
Ray Allen made the shot, but it wasn't meant for him. He would have never got that chance if the Spurs had just rebounded the ball.
Look, with the game on the line, Kyrie Irving is getting the rock, and everybody else need to move out the way. Get off the court, please. It's Kyrie on 5. It don't even matter. He's taking the shot. He's making the shot.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure in the finals everyone moved out of Kyrie's way. And where was Kyrie in the finals? This finals. I'm not talking about 2016. I'm talking about 2017. Kyrie wasn't there. If Kyrie's not scoring, he's worthless.
True. What you have to understand is Golden State has assembled a great team. Golden State has a team that is impeccable. Okay? They are impeccable. So when you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green.
But no one was saying this in 2016.
They didn't. Did they have Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant didn't guard Kyrie at all in the finals.
You said people weren't saying this in 2016.
Yeah, because Kyrie was
They
going
didn't
off
get Kevin
in
Durant till 2017.
Kyrie not producing in this finals had nothing to do with Kevin Durant.
I do think now I buy your point. I buy it. I get it. But I do think the addition of Kevin Durant, it made Kyrie's production, if there was any, because in those first couple of games, it seemed like sometimes Kyrie Irving don't show up until his back up against the wall. Those first couple of games, Kyrie Irving didn't show up. But Kevin Durant being on that team now is like, yo, you could legit have Curry go for 30, KD go for 30, and Draymond Green can hit a triple-double, and Klay Thompson going to hit a couple timely threes. That's going to hurt you. So whatever LeBron James, and keep in mind, Kevin Love is good, but when it comes down to the finals, you need some people who can take the rock to the cup. And what happens is it turns to ISO LeBron and ISO Kyrie. They have ISO Curry, ISO Kevin Durant, then go ISO Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson can post up a couple people. That's just how it is. That's why AI couldn't beat Shaq and them boys in the finals, because Shaq could go one-on-one with anybody in the post. Kobe could go one-on-one with anybody in the post. But aside from AI, who else on the 76ers could go one-on-one and take that man?
Speaking of AI, Kyrie just became the AI of Boston. He gonna get nasty numbers. He might make a final or two with Boston, but he never gonna get another ring.
I don't know. I think he got a good shot, man.
But we're gonna move on to the next topic. We got John Harbaugh, an irrelevant coach since what was it, 2000?
Since he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's overrated at this point.
Has spoken out, I guess, to bring attention to the Ravens this year. He said AJ Green in his division, his own division, Cincinnati Bengals. AJ Green is the best receiver in the league.
Who's the Ravens' first game? Let me look that up.
If it's Cincinnati, then shoot.
The first week, let's see. The first week. Yeah. So the first week, the Baltimore Ravens played the Cincinnati Bengals. That's why he said it. That's exactly why he said it.
But why?
There's no other reason for him to say that. He has to say that. Coaches are going to butter up players they're playing against. That's just how it is. It always happens. Literally, Snacks Harrison from the New York Giants said he could hop behind behind Dallas's offensive line, and he could be a good running back. It always happens. He's buttering him up. I don't know why they do it, but he's doing it because there's nowhere in the world he believes right now that AJ Green is the best receiver in the NFL.
We all know who's taking the field on Sunday as far as the best NFL wide receiver. He even though he's got a little ankle sprain.
Man,
he got a little ankle sprain.
Man, look.
He gonna do them boys nasty in Dallas.
Julio Jones does not have an ankle injury. He is the best wide receiver in the league, bar none, zero zilch. I am sorry. You cannot continue to be this disrespectful on this show.
I guess.
All right?
I guess I gotta bring the stats into this. I was just
going
off of fandom, but I guess if I
Julio Jones is a better receiver than Odell Beckham.
Who?
Julio Jones.
Name this player. We're gonna play a game. It's gonna be called Name This Player.
Hey, look, I ain't played games since 3rd grade. Remember that. Look, Julio Jones is a better wide receiver than Odell Beckham, bar none. Look, did Odell Beckham? Because, see, you're going to keep forgetting this. Odell Beckham left his hands on the boat when he was chilling with Trey Songz and Justin Bieber. That's all I'm going to say. He left his hands on the boat. He did not show up in the playoffs, and we're not going to continue to let him slide. We're not going to let him do it. I'm not going to let him do it because I know you're going to let him do it because you're a little biased. I'm not letting it go down like that. I cannot continue to listen to this foolery from you and everybody else on Twitter. He made one catch against the Cowboys, and he caught the L as well, but nobody will talk about that. Please, stop. Stop killing me. You're killing me. It is Julio Jones. It's Julio. Goodness.
All right, so now that Trey got that rant out the way, we're going to dive into the statistics. Odell Beckham has the most touchdowns and the most receiving yards in NFL history by a receiver in their first 3 years. Julio Jones didn't do that. Antonio Brown didn't do that. Dez Bryant definitely didn't do that. Even Jerry Rice didn't even do that. So I'm just saying, Odell Beckham is on the path to greatness. So
in big games, big-time players step up and do what? Finish it. In big games, big-time players step up and do what?
All right.
They make big-time plays. In the biggest game of Odell Beckham's career, he went missing. Matter of fact, his name is not even Odell Beckham. His nickname for now on, until he proves himself again, is Houdini. And for those of you who do not know, Houdini is a magician famous for what? Disappearing. Okay? That's just how it is. Now I'm telling straight facts here because that's all I do. Okay?
All right. I just want to know your definition of best player at a position. Because if it's not numbers, what is it?
I mean, it's stats. But, I mean, also, you got to show up in those big games, man. You got to be dependable. You do. You got to be there. Sometimes the best ability is availability, and Odell Beckham, sometimes he don't show up.
But listen, it's hard to play in Lambeau in the playoffs. Just ask Des Bryant. We all remember that fumble. You know, sometimes it just doesn't happen for us. It just doesn't happen for us, man. So you don't see me clowning Des Bryant for that fumble. That I mean, you know, Dallas fans believe it was a.
He caught it.
It was a catch, and then.
But I mean, they didn't count it as a catch, so it ain't a catch. But in my personal opinion, he caught it. But that don't have no reason as to why Odell Beckham did not show up. Let's keep it real. Odell Beckham, he gets a plethora of targets. 2, Odell Beckham, he's good, don't get me wrong, but what happens is Odell Beckham take one catch to the house. He take a little slant route to the house, and then he put on a couple more catches. Oh, my God. Odell Beckham had a great game. Odell Beckham sometimes goes missing, bro. That's just how it is. If you ask me who the best wide receiver in the NFL is, I'm taking Julio Jones all day. I've seen Julio Jones torch people week in and week out. Can we say the same for Odell Beckham?
Yes.
All right. If you say so, my guy.
So we both agreed that it's not AJ Green. AJ Green.
Yeah, it's not AJ
receiver.
Green.
We're not knocking AJ Green for his production. He's up there, but he's not number one.
Facts. All right, so on to the next topic. Colin Kaepernick is still off an NFL roster. At first, I was very naive. I believed that Colin Kaepernick wasn't on an NFL roster due to his lack of ability. Honestly, he wasn't that good in his last stint with San Francisco, so I believe that with him lacking talent or the ability to get the job done, as well as him being a distraction, organizations really won't take a chance on you because it's like, okay, you already suck, and you're a distraction. Why should I take this chance? But now it's to the point where you see quarterbacks going down, and you see guys like Jay Cutler getting a shot over Colin Kaepernick.
Jay Cutler's gonna be a segment in the show. After.
I can't.
Jay Cutler signed a 1-year, $10 million contract to play with the Miami Dolphins for 1 year. And we're not even gonna bring up Jay Cutler Chicago stint the last 3 years.
Jay Cutler been trash, man.
But the fact, all right, I agree with you. Colin Kaepernick really isn't that good, and I kind of raise my eyebrows when other players in the NFL say Colin Kaepernick should be a starting quarterback in this league. I do believe Colin Kaepernick should be on somebody's roster.
Indeed, he should.
But Colin Kaepernick's not a starting quarterback, not anymore.
No.
Colin Kaepernick had one good season, and that's when they went to the Super Bowl. But after you can't just say just because somebody had one good year that they are, without any questions, a starting quarterback in this league. Because I'm pretty sure didn't Colin Kaepernick start a couple games last year and didn't really do anything.
He didn't.
So, you know, how you feel about, you know, his protest as far as?
I'm with Cap. It's what he's standing up against and what he's standing for is something that needs recognition, of course. I'm definitely with it. I think it's right. I think what he's doing is right because what happens is these professional athletes, they have a platform and sometimes they don't use it, and of course they get attacked for not using it. And Colin Kaepernick, he said, "Okay, I'm going to take my platform and I'm going to draw attention to something that is happening, but nobody seems to really care about." So I'm with Cap on that.
I'm with him as well. But the sad thing is his talent is not like you can't not. All right, if he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league and he wasn't getting a job, it would be obvious something's wrong between you know GMs and owners of NFL teams and you know Colin Kaepernick's situation. But it could very well it may not be the case that they don't want him because it's talent. But any team can make an argument that it is his talent that's keeping him off roster.
Any team could. Because if Aaron Rodgers did it, guess what? They're going to take that distraction and call it a day.
Exactly, because if Green Bay released him, somebody's picking him up.
Somebody picking him up. Shoot, I seen Marcus Peters for the Kansas City Chiefs sitting down during the national anthem last night. You think Kansas City gonna relieve him?
Nope.
Release him? No. He just led the league in interceptions last year. They not letting him go. Okay, Cowboys will pick him up. We'll take. Okay, we'll take the distractions. We'll take a knee with you too. Straight up. On to the next topic. Ezekiel Elliott has been allowed to play week 1, and after that, he's a tad bit questionable. How do you feel about that, J Boogie?
I just feel like this situation is over. I'm tired of seeing Zeke's name in the media.
I mean, you're going to see it regardless.
Whether it's positive or negative news, I really don't want to see his name.
You're going to see it regardless.
The fact, I mean, they just got. I feel like he should be suspended because they suspended my man's Tom Brady last year. So go out and not give Zeke his games. And in fact, they could have at least, deducted his sentence until they fully figure out what was going on. But they like, we don't really know what's happening. So go ahead and go play game 1.
All right.
You know why? Because it's for the TV ratings. Because everyone thinks the Dallas Cowboys is still America's team.
We are. It's facts.
Everyone's going to watch that Sunday night game for Odell Beckham and them boys. Okay. They don't really care about Zeke.
Hey, when the last time we opened up the season and haven't been on Sunday night?
It's been a while.
Every football game that the Cowboys played last year was what? On TV. Hey, look, we are ratings. During football season, the Cowboys have 2 segments on First Take. Show some respect. Please. Show some respect. Now, Zeke, the thing is, right, he's innocent, okay? And I'm not saying this because I'm biased, but it took them a year to suspend him. A year. It take you a year to find evidence to suspend somebody, and you still don't have it? The lead investigator for the NFL recommended no suspension, and you still give him 6 games? You still give him 6 games? It's not that Zeke did something. What happened was he was innocent. But during the season, while he was going through this, Zeke wasn't chilling. So they're going to give him 6 games for that. Not because he beat on a girl or did domestic violence. That's not the reason why. It's because Zeke got a big name now and stuff like that. That's just how it is. That's just the nature of the beast. Zeke is innocent.
I personally want Zeke to play because I don't want to hear no excuses.
Oh, we smacking y'all regardless. We smacking y'all regardless. You know we big brother on the block. Straight up.
Even though Philly wouldn't have played them without Zeke, but I don't want to hear no excuses of Zeke. Oh, he didn't put up the same numbers because he didn't play for 6 games. He's not putting up the same numbers regardless of whether he has an extra 5 games this year, less than a full season. Zeke's not gonna
Jalen Bayless.
Every fantasy owner
Jalen Bayless
that drafted Zeke first pick in their fantasy draft is gonna regret
it. He's playing the whole season.
He can play the whole season.
He's playing the whole season, and we definitely running on y'all. That first game that we played against y'all, you should just be embarrassed from that. Zeke, we don't really have time to dwell.
All I'm gonna say is Zeke didn't do anything against Philly last year, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna say. He won. But all right. Does Kyrie have a point saying he doesn't want to be Bron's sidekick?
I mean, as I said earlier, no, because he's gonna be sidekick to Gordon Hayward.
Okay, Jalen Bayless. I do think he has a point. If you're Kyrie Irving, you probably figure that you are great. I think Kyrie Irving has a Kobe Bryant mentality, a Black Mamba mentality. And so with that, I don't see the problem with him wanting to lead his own team to a championship. Because then he can say, I did it, as opposed to, oh, Kyrie Irving won a championship. Yeah, but he had LeBron James on his team. It's always going to be that little asterisk beside it. Just like KD, he won a championship. But look who he had around. Like, it's always going to be that. But dog, come on. It's just, that's just how it's going to be. I support Kyrie in his move to wanting to be top dog on a team and the superstar. Gordon Hayward is not the number 1 option on his team. On to the next topic. Michael Bennett, Seahawks DN, said at Mayweather. Hold on, you can introduce that one. I'm sorry.
The Mayweather-McGregor fight, Michael Bennett said he was racially profiled, abused by cops. So I actually found out this story this week. the fight. I'm pretty sure was like 2 weeks ago, but I believe he said in a tweet that he was slammed down to the ground.
I've seen the video.
I heard there was video.
Goodness.
I heard there was video, but I haven't seen it.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous, man.
And he quoted that the cop said, "I will blow your effing head off," but they had him tied to the ground, and then I guess somebody said, who Michael Bennett was, and then after they realized he was a professional athlete, they eased up on him. But what I was thinking about when I seen that is like, how Michael Bennett has been agreeing with Colin Kaepernick and trying to protest police brutality. So
that's a possibility. They recognized him. They recognized him and they took a shot at him.
Yeah, they targeted him.
Yeah. Soon they probably seen him pull up at the fight. They was like, all right, we gonna see what's up after this giant. Just because they probably want to know if the energy is still the same as it was in the media and on Twitter. And yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, it's sad that it went down like that, but that's just the harsh realities that we are living in currently. So yeah, that's just how it is. I'd see a better teammate for Bron than Kyrie. What you think?
Better teammate? I'm gonna say yes, but LeBron's gonna have to let IT run the point. I feel like he could. I feel like he's ready to do that, but because I don't think LeBron really trusted Kyrie to be a point guard, which is why he didn't let him get the ball as much as far as bringing the ball up the court and running the plays. But IT has developed into a pretty good point guard as far as running a team. So I feel like, IT is a better teammate than Kyrie would.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's a better teammate, but I do think that LeBron hasn't had the chance to make Isaiah Thomas mad yet. And what's going to happen is, everything that glitters isn't gold. And from a distance, a lot of players in the league are like, I don't know, man, getting to play with the best player in the world, that seemed pretty legit to me, It's lit. But when you actually got to play with this guy, he talking to you like you're a little kid, and then the media treats you like you trash because LeBron James could possibly make a mistake, but they're not going to admit that he's making the mistake. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to admit LeBron James made a mistake, or they're not going to admit that LeBron James may have taken a play off or led to them losing. Like, they're not going to say that. So what happens is players like Kyrie is the scapegoat. If Kevin Love didn't play for the Cavaliers, they would have been crucified Kyrie Irving. They would have been did it. They would have been did it.
That
easily.
Is true.
Easily.
They just lean on – they go to the weakest link as far as teammates of LeBron, and they attack them like how –
he was when he was in Miami.
And they attacked
all of a sudden, Chris Bosh was trash, and D-Wade was starting to get a little washed up and slowed down. Yada, 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 yada. That's just how it is. That's how it is playing with LeBron James. So, Isaiah Thomas is cool now. But when the season gets here and those playoff times get here, because the playoffs is coming, we'll see.
So we're going to move on to the next topic. We got Odell Beckham did not practice on Wednesday, and he is still questionable of whether he's playing Sunday night versus the Dallas Cowgirls. But he has
Jalen Bailey.
He has an ankle sprain, and I personally believe he should play. Trey, what you think about that?
He can play. I honestly want him to play because the thing is, I don't want no excuses as to why the Giants are going to lose. So do I want Odell Beckham to play? Yes, I do, because when the Giants lose, I don't want no excuses from Jalen Basis, from Giants Twitter, from all the people on my staff that support the Giants, to anybody I know that support the Giants. I don't want no excuses. I got a free haircut riding on this, so please, Odell, please play. Because when we beat y'all, I don't want to hit nothing else. I don't want to hit nothing else.
Odell is going to toast that weak secondary. I know Dallas. Oh yeah, let's talk about Dallas's draft. They were so desperate. They got about 10 DBs in the draft, and all 10 I never heard of before the draft day. So I don't really feel like they're gonna make any leeway in their struggles in the secondary. And let's not look.
Hey.
There's going to be no double or triple teaming Odell Beckham anymore this year because he has a great sidekick and Brandon Marshall. And Dallas can't even guard Brandon Marshall. So how are they going to guard Odell Beckham?
Hey, who did Philly draft this year with that first pick?
Philly got a good defensive end named Derek Barnett from Tennessee.
And
had a great preseason.
Does that make y'all desperate for pass rushers?
Nah, but
oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Jalen Bayless. So, Patriots versus Chiefs. This turned out completely different than what I expected. Honestly, I was like, well, I didn't know how it would turn out. I thought that Kansas City's defense would, put some on Tom Brady, but I thought Tom Brady would, figure it out. But
we gotta give the game ball to the most I feel like he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the game. Alex Smith.
No,
he is disrespected for
because he's garbage.
He's
garbage. Easy.
See, Alex Smith coming into this game is known as a clock manager. He's going to dink and dunk, do his thing, just like Tom Brady. But Tom Brady's not knocked for doing the same thing Alex Smith does, but Alex Smith is knocked. I don't understand why that is.
Because Alex Smith don't win games.
Alex Smith and Andy Reid has been in the playoffs for the last.
Who was the reason why Colin Kaepernick got his last starting job?
The only reason why
Who
that
was
happened,
the reason?
Only reason.
What quarterback? Who was the reason?
Alex Smith got injured.
Alex Smith
got injured.
And what happened?
Got his job taken.
Exactly.
But
Tom Brady missed 4 games. I think New England went 3-1. Tom Brady lose his job? Nope. He got it right back. So what that tell you?
Tony Romo lost his job.
Alex Smith got sacked. Alex Smith sacked himself last night. He sacked himself. I mean, hold on, cause I don't want Jalen Bayless to think I'm ducking wreck or I'm not answering no questions. I'm taking on any debate. I told Jalen Bayless before this week he's on the hot seat until we get somebody else to hop in on this hot seat.
Y'all.
Tony Romo lost his job because we won 11 straight games. Did it make? Would it be logical?
So since the Patriots were 3-1, that couldn't result in Tom Brady losing his job?
No, but if the Patriots lost 11 straight games, I mean if the Patriots won 11 straight games, I'm pretty sure they may consider it. You'd have to. Especially if the offense is clicking.
Tony Romo was Alex Smith. Just go ahead and compare.
No, Tony Romo is better.
That's a great comparison.
Tony Romo is better than Alex Smith.
No, he's better, but the situation.
Tony Romo could come out the booth right now and start over Alex Smith in Kansas City right now. Right now.
That might be a little bit.
Right
stretch.
now. Tony Romo can go to Cleveland and start right now. He can go to New York Jets and start right now. Buffalo Bills and start right now. There's a lot of teams that Tony Romo could start for, but you know what? He's under contract. And what that means is we not releasing Tony Romo for a bag of potato chips. Denver wanted Tony Romo. And guess what? They didn't want to trade for him. But you know what? Now they're going to struggle this season because they don't have a quarterback. They have Trevor Siemian. They're going to deal with the same issue they had last year. No quarterback. They're going to struggle because you just didn't want to give up what was necessary for Tony Romo.
Tony Romo's worth a bag of chips.
If Tony Romo was on the roster last year for Philadelphia, he would have started last year if he did not get hurt in preseason. He would have started last year if he didn't get hurt for Dallas. Jalen Bayless?
That would have been worse for y'all.
Now, I think the game ball should go to Kareem Hunt. My man's fumbled on the first carry of his NFL career.
I thought that was his last play of his career.
I thought it was, too. I was like, yeah, he's not getting back in the game. This is over. And he bounced back. I think he had like 148 yards, a touchdown, 98 yards receiving. I was just like, wow. After fumbling on the first carry, hey, he came back.
So what's up with the Patriots defense?
It's trash.
I thought it was supposed to be top
trash
notch this year.
I didn't say it was going to be top notch. I don't believe the Patriots are known for playing defense. They're known for Tom Brady. And once they lose Tom Brady, they won't be interesting to watch. Straight up. They won't be. Just like how the Lakers fell off when Kobe left, that's the same exact drop off that New England is going to face when Tom Brady rolls out.
That's true.
Facts.
But nobody in New England's division is even good enough to beat the Patriots without Tom Brady. So
we'll see. We'll see. I think the Patriots. I don't know. Chiefs. Chiefs took care of business. They took care of business. You need to beat Tom Brady. You need to hit him a lot, and that's what they did. I'm not taking nothing away from the Chiefs. I think offensively they played pretty good, and defensively they definitely stepped up when they needed it. And yeah, the Chiefs won that.
So since the Chiefs put up 42 and basically crushed the defending champions, and you pick Oakland to possibly beat, win the AFC championship, and they're in the same division, do you think this could scare Oakland, or
I don't think it's
Oakland
I don't think it concerns Oakland. Oakland is a better built team than New England. They got the wide receivers, they got a younger quarterback, they got a nice offensive line, and the defense is good enough. That's just how it is.
I feel like it's gonna come. I mean, I don't know how Denver's gonna do. They might go 8-8 again because they don't have a quarterback. You can't. I mean, they thought having Peyton Manning and during his down year, they don't really need a starting quarterback because of that great defense that they apparently have. But that great defense only won them 8 games. So the Broncos are just going to be, an average team again. But I think it's going to come. I think Oakland, if Oakland doesn't have to admit it, but the Chiefs are still here. They believe that they can win the AFC West, and they're not going nowhere.
Hey.
So it's going to come down.
Oakland winning the AFC West as well as the AFC. All right. Is that cool? I'm letting you know that.
And who they playing in the Super Bowl?
If not the Cowboys, I'm not sure. The NFC is more open than the AFC. NFC got a lot of talent. You can compare the NFC to the Western Conference in the NBA.
That's true.
NFL preview: Eagles versus the Redskins. I think the Eagles take this one easily. It's not gonna be It's not up for debate to me. I don't know. I think Carson Wentz can carve them boys up easy. Eagles 1-0.
The Skins finally signed Kirk Cousins to a 1-year contract after this was their off-season duties, if you want to say that. And, the Skins really didn't make any real changes during the offseason, so they're pretty much going to be the same team. So, I feel like Philly's going to win this by – I mean, it'll probably be close just because it's a divisional game, but, Philly should be able to pull this out on the road.
Facts. Seahawks versus Packers. Whew.
I don't know.
That's a tough one. That's gonna be a good game. They probably got the 4:00 slot, but
yeah.
I think that Seattle will win it, but you can't count Aaron Rodgers out.
Yeah, being at home, Aaron Rodgers. But the thing is, it's in Lambeau, but it's not cold yet, so it's not really going to affect Seattle. Yeah. I just want to see, two great quarterbacks, consistent quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson.
Don't reach.
Aaron Rodgers. Two great quarterbacks.
Don't reach. Okay, Jalen Bayless, go ahead.
I mean, when you win a Super Bowl, you become a great quarterback.
Okay, Jalen Bayless.
I don't.
You said what? Say that again.
When you got 2 Super Bowl, I mean, I know Tony Romo couldn't relate.
No. Go ahead because I'm about to bury you. Come on, you need this. Come on, Jalen Bayless, go ahead.
When you got 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, you become great, and that's why it's a great matchup. So I know you were about to diss because I know you don't think I know you're not coming for Aaron Rodgers. You're coming for me because I said Russell Wilson is a great quarterback.
And you said once you make it to the Super Bowl
and win,
you are a great quarterback. You know who Trent Dilfer is?
I do.
He was average. He was Alex Smith before Alex Smith. And you know what? He won a Super Bowl. Not because he did it. No, it wasn't because of Trent Dilfer. No, it wasn't. Trent Dilfer is not going to the Hall of Fame. He isn't in the Hall of Fame. He's been retired. But you know what happened? He played with the great Ray Lewis. Yeah, he played with that guy. And they won a Super Bowl. Not because of Trent Dilfer. And Seattle did not win that Super Bowl because of Russell Wilson. It was because of the Legion of Boom and that defense. That's why. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk, Jalen Bayless. Go ahead.
So I guess wait, who they beat? They beat the Broncos in that Super Bowl versus Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I know the first play, Peyton Manning, I can't remember if it was a safety or a touchdown for the defense, but he fumbled the snap, so it was downhill for Denver at that point. But I'm pretty sure Russell Wilson had a pretty good game.
I mean, he all right. He'll start him. He all right. Great? Nah.
Hey,
look, I'm gonna give you one player as to why Russell Wilson isn't great. When Drew Brees had Jimmy Graham was a touchdown machine. Jimmy Graham fell off the face of the earth last year.
There's a huge difference between Seattle's offensive scheme and the Saints' offensive scheme. The difference is Seattle doesn't pass. Saints
they don't run
pass
either.
too much.
Oh, they also don't put up points either. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, Jalen Bayless. So who do you think gonna win the game?
Aaron Rodgers is gonna win this game. He's gonna come off a pretty average year for Aaron Rodgers' sake. So the Packers are gonna win this game.
All right.
Next up,
Giants at Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. I really do believe the Cowboys have a great shot to win this game. Of course, you're taking the Giants.
we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. Pretty sure. I'm not sure if it wasn't. I'm pretty sure the Giants and the Cowboys have played opening night on Sunday Night Football within the last.
I think it's four. I think this might be the fourth time. Low key, it's either the third or the fourth time, yo. It's ridiculous. I'm getting tired of playing them on Sunday night. Honestly,
the Giants. Odell put up 100 yards one year, and the Giants took a victory versus the Cowboys in the first week.
Odell Beckham made the catch, and they lost. You remember that?
I remember that.
Oh,
but
okay. I'm just making sure.
That was in New York. I'm talking about when Giants took care of business in Dallas.
So you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan and a Giants fan and Odell Beckham fan. Gotcha.
I just
okay, Jalen.
Anybody that the Cowboys play is my team. That's how I look at it.
Hold up. I gotta get this.
I root for two.
Hold on.
Look. Let me give you this logic. I root for two teams a week. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and any team that plays Dallas. Go whoever plays Dallas.
Yo, the hatred is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, that's great logic. Hey, if you don't like Dallas, go ahead and yeah, if you don't like Dallas, I know he cut it off on the snap, but I know I am still live. If you do not like Dallas, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Lynn Jolly. We can make our own Hate Dallas fan page. And we will have a great year at Trey. He funny in every tweet we make.
Hey, look, you hate the Cowboys more than you like the Eagles, boy. People hate greatness, man.
Greatness. That is a reach, but I don't remember I don't think I was born the last time the Cowboys could be.
You weren't born the last time y'all won a Super Bowl either. Because you never did it. All right, so on the out of pocket segment, first off, we got Jalen Bayless. Boy, you been out of pocket the whole show. So, Jalen Bayless, I don't know what happened to you over the summer or what you got planned coming up, but you're out of pocket. Woo! So next,
now we get to the real out of pocket segment. For the true fans of the show, of the final score, everyone knows. Basically, the most exciting part of the show is the out of pocket segment. Basically, we figure out who's doing the most or
the least,
doing the least. And any given week, and we gonna expose you because we out there. We gonna find out what you up to. So, my out of pocket segment of this week is the Patriots defense. That was the worst defensive performance I've ever seen from the Patriots at home.
Facts.
In my life.
I think that's the most points they've ever given up.
42 points in a Thursday night primetime game.
The defending champions. And you come out and you get clapped. Bamboozled.
Not even like 27 points.
42?
42.
You got the Chiefs of all people hang 42 on your head.
You let Dink and Dunk Alex Smith.
They probably won't put up 42 points for the rest of the year. And you let them do it to you like that?
You let a rookie
on
running
TV?
back. probably put up 40 points in fantasy. I know nobody had him on their starting roster.
He on the bench. He on the bench. So first off, Tom Brady didn't throw a touchdown. Your defense was garbo. It's opening night. I mean, what you want me to say? Only thing I can say is one man, Jay Bayless, is that you're out of pocket. Oh my God.
Tom Brady better get them boys right.
Exactly. Get the troops ready.
I know you got a very easy division. You're going to win. You can win that division with 9 wins, but you got to step it up.
You better get ready. So, I just got to say thank y'all for tuning in, whoever tuned in. That's the first episode of Season 3. My name is Trey.
My name is Jay.
And that's the final score.